Hey guys, it's Joey and this is going to be a new series for the channel. This is going to be things I can't live without, and each week it will be a herb I can't live without, a root I can't live without, a flower I can't live without, a crystal I can't live without, perhaps an essential oil, perhaps a tool sometimes. Generally speaking, it's most likely going to be crystals and herbs, roots or flowers. And we're going to talk about some of the metaphysical properties of each. We may touch on sort of medicine or holistic uses of each, depending on what it is. And then I'm going to talk about my experiences with it and why it is in this case, herb I can't live without. It's not going to be a series to replace any other series. I realise I've got behind on Celtic calling, and that's because of poor health. I've had it's basically migraine season for me, and that's really unhelpful because I can't even just talk like I can on these sorts of videos, because I like to make sure I'm fully researched to the hilt before I do the Celtic calling videos. So hopefully next week we'll get back to that. In the meantime, this is going to be a fun little series of things I can't live without on my witchy path. And I understand that, you can live without these, so none of that, thank you. It's just things that have become part and parcel of my regular practice that I enjoy using, that work for me, and why. So we're going to take the standard meanings from Scott Cunningham's Magical Herb Encyclopedia, which is a really good one for beginners, well, for anybody. I've never wanted to lose this book. I did actually lose it. My mother sold one and I actually rebought it. So, it's a really great book to have as reference. So from the book, folk names: blue gum tree, stringy bark tree. Gender: feminine. Planet: moon. Element: water. Powers: healing and protection. Magical uses: the leaves are used to stuff healing poppets and are carried to maintain good health. To relieve colds, ring green candles with the leaves and pods and burn them to the socket, visualizing the person or yourself as being completely healthy. Also hang a small branch or twig of eucalyptus over a sick bed. String the immature green pods on green thread and wear to help heal sore throats. Placed beneath the pillow, the pod guards against cold. The leaves are also carried for protection. Okie dokie, so there are 3 forms of utilising the scent, perhaps, and the energies of eucalyptus here that I use all the time. Okay? So we have an essential oil, and I will take that out of its pack. I actually have 2 of these currently because I love eucalyptus so much. Then I have the loose leaf. I buy my leaf online, obviously, because you're not going to find it growing in England that I know of. There might be some sort of greenhouse type thing that you might be able to manage it, but generally speaking I don't think you can. And then the hem eucalyptus incense stick, which is probably my favourite incense. So, eucalyptus, and why I decided to choose it for the first ever one of these videos. It was a tough call, but I use and have good memories of using eucalyptus for a long time. I associate it with my grandma. I'm reasonably sure it's something to do with maybe a vapour rub or something, or some sort of lozenge that she gave us when we were ill. I just have a very very odd recollection of associating that and other certain smells such as mints and menthols with my grandmother. So it's odd that as well, because, you know, she's growing up in the war and everything. It's an odd association with her, perhaps, but it's there, it's in my memory, so. And I really adore eucalyptus. I really, really do. I know there are many ways you can use it. If you have the fresh leaves, you can hang it in the shower and have a refreshing bath. And what I actually tried yesterday, which oddly enough I hadn't thought to try, and I really don't know why, was add 4 or 5 of the drops of the essential oil to a warm bath. Obviously it had to be a warm bath yesterday rather than a hot bath, because it's been quite warm in England. Warm by our standards anyway. It was so refreshing. It really, really just cleansed me out, and it helped with the migraine, and it just made me feel refreshed and lighter, and it really has this incredible cleanse energy, and that's what I really, really adore about eucalyptus. There's something it just smashes through negative energy, and that's what I use the incense for. It just cleanses out a space, it just sort of uplifts you. It makes you feel better, at least it makes me feel better. It is that incredible uplifting energy, and it just sort of cleans your head out. I mean, it's been used a lot for sort of nasal and that sort of congestion of the head and the nasal passages. And on an energy level, it does that as well. It sort of cleans your head out. It gets your head on right. It sort of cleans any funk going on in your head. It's just really purifying. So it has that sort of vibration as well, and it helps you connect back to deity in that sense as well. If you're feeling really congested in sort of an energy sense, like your chakras are blocked and you're feeling cut off from the world and you're feeling cut off from deity and you're just feeling very, very lost and very, very bleh, I think eucalyptus helps with that incredibly so. I have found it to work every single time. You just burn the incense, just take some deep inhaling breaths. And talking of nasal congestion, you can add eucalyptus to a hot bowl of water, place your head over at the top and inhale it to help you with actual nasal congestion. That's another use of eucalyptus essential oil. And then for more magical senses, you can use it in purification blends. I tend to use it in healing blends for magical purposes though, and I love it for that. I love it for its healing energies. And like we said, you know, it sort of works on a congestion level, so if your chakras are all feeling blocked, it can help purify out that negative energy, those blocks, and that basically allows healing to take place, so you're having a purification and then a healing energy as well. Just trying to think if there's actually any other spell work I really enjoy. I haven't actually used it for protection. I might try that. I tend to resonate with it really strongly towards healing energies if I'm using it in magical workings. Like I said, it has the uplifting, the purification, and sort of allowing you to heal. I think there's a strong element of allowing you to mentally heal as well, even though the herb is actually water, so you might automatically go for an emotional heal, but I think it really does help with regards to getting your head on straight as well, because of the cleaning out your congestion side of things. Okie dokie, so in terms of it utilising the leaf in terms of magical properties, there are a number of different things that you can do. You can use it for healing, you can use it for purification, you can use it for sort of keeping your energy clean and cleanse. So for an aura cleanse, you can use it for luck as well, especially with regards to new knowledge and learning and things of that nature. So if you were truth seeking or quest seeking or path walking, it would also be a really fantastic incense or leaf to use in magical purposes. And there are a number of different ways you could do this. I mentioned, taking it into the bath, and you can absolutely positively do that. I yesterday had a few drops in the bath, as I said, or you could put some of the leaf in one of your mesh bags and put that under the water as it ran, and you could use that in sort of a purification bath way. If you use the baths regularly to cleanse yourself, cleanse your aura, get rid of any negative energies hanging around on you and make you feel better and uplifted, you can absolutely do that. You can, as was said earlier, stuff poppets with it and other healing herbs for healing purposes. Or if you do the wax poppets, which I prefer to the material ones, you can fill those as well. It's not quite the same stuffing motion, but you can use it in both. You can also use it in sachets to carry around with you for all sorts of things, or you could hang it in the home for healing or purification. It can also be a really fantastic herb or oil or incense to use in divination, because it allows you to cleanse out your head, if you like, get that fuzziness out of your head. It helps you see things as they are and helps you really relate to the process of divination. So say you were going to use your tarot cards, you might burn some incense beforehand, some eucalyptus incense, or have a little bit of the eucalyptus oil in an oil burner, in one of the vaporizers or whatnot, just to really give you a clear head and help you receive messages from the divine. Is there anything else the oil suggests? No, the oil is water and vaporization. So yeah, it's a really refreshing herb. It's probably one of my favourites, and that's why I picked it for the first herb I cannot live without. There's something very unique about it in the herbs that I've used, because a lot of the herbs and things that you use, you can switch them out for something else, and you can get just as positive as a result. Now, while you could switch out eucalyptus for camphor, same family and everything, to me it doesn't feel quite as good. I really would go for eucalyptus over anything else, and it's reasonably easy to get hold of, especially the essential oils are easy to get hold of these days. The incense is easily enough to come by. And like I said, if you're in the UK, Alchemist Apothecary on Amazon or eBay, they have it in, and they're who I bought mine from, and it's a lovely quality and it smells lovely. So it's just one of those that I think it does such a unique job. It has such a unique vibration and energy that I really do adore it, and it's why I'm surrounded by it. It really, really just cleans you out, makes you feel better, and really just is so good for purification and healing and bringing positive luck energy in, and really just waking you up, I guess. So that's it for the first of these videos, things I can't live without. Many blessings.